Shane, intro.
What?
Welcome to the...
Hey guys, welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I am your host, Shane Hinton, and here with me is the amazing Deedee. Introduce
You were going to
yourself.
say beautiful, Daddy. You were going to say beautiful, weren't you?
No.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I was actually going to say beautiful Al, but I thought, no, I'm going to introduce him last because he's the dude.
Ooh. You know he edits these, right? You better watch yourself.
I'm not editing that. I thought I would let you do that, Shane, because I love just throwing you in the deep end. And Shane, go. And he's just like, it's almost like he missed a cue or something, you know?
Throwing some shade there, why not?
Guys, welcome to, we're doing a biscuit catch.
I've just done that bit.
I know, but we've got to introduce what we're actually doing. You just be like, oh, yeah, we're just chatting away. We're doing a biscuit catch-up today. We have been covering so much over the last few weeks. I thought it'd be really good if we just sit down and catch up. Jules might swing by later. The link's there if she wants to join. We've been up to an awful lot, haven't we, guys?
Yeah, loads.
Yeah.
Loads and loads and loads, and there's loads more to come as well, because we've got an amazing list. I'm going to read the list out later in the episode, but we've got loads of people coming on the show. So yeah, let's talk about what we've been up to as part of the biscuit. I mean, obviously a lot of the recordings I've been doing at the studio have been times when you guys are working and not available, which I do apologize for, but we've got to keep things moving, you know. It's been a lot of fun. This month has. We've been given opportunities that I have always dreamed of. You know, the Shropshire Virtual Show was
that was a huge one. Yeah,
it was massive.
Yeah, that was
it was
brilliant.
huge.
Yeah.
Now that we've had a bit of time to think about it, and it's gone now, we've kind of calmed down a bit. What are your thoughts on the day, Shane? Sorry, go Dee.
Let Shane go first. I want to see his opinion.
No pressure then. Cheers.
No pressure at all. No.
I find it it was definitely an experience. Put it that way. I think that it's really, really good, considering it's the first time it has ever been done. I thought that it was put together really well. It's well organised. There's lots of working parts in that. I think that, well, we know already that the people that were watching really appreciated us being there, because it added a very live, aspect to the whole thing, not just a load of recorded footage, which a lot of the sort of shows that have been happening over lockdown were very much like that. So I think that having us there was absolutely perfect. It's a perfect part of the whole. It brought everything together, if you know what I mean. I learnt a lot. I mucked up a lot.
I think we all did a little bit. Yeah,
that's how we learn.
I think we all did one, didn't we? I think we all had a boo boo at some point during the day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
My big one was the Fantasia thing. Fantasia. I meant to say Fantasia, but I was like, it's the amazing Fantasia, which I didn't think.
Oh, you mean, and also being on stage and saying the Shrewsbury Open show.
Shrewsbury Virtual Show, yeah, that was a big, and also as well, like, because I've never even been on stage and done stuff like that. I just went up and did it, like most of us, you know.
Weirdly though, I genuinely found the stage stuff easier than the live stuff.
See, that's so weird, because I think that's why it's quite good that there was a few of us there, because we all got like our different strengths and we're all quite different in that way. But it's like you found the stage stuff very easy. I really enjoy sitting there with the camera. And just
really, you hit it well.
Oh my god! Al, send me his postcode. I'm going to go and hunt him down tonight.
You guys did amazingly well. Like you said, it's the first time we've done it.
So did you, Al.
You did amazing, Al. Well done.
Well done.
I think I did. The part I think I did really well in was the run up towards it. You know, because we did some very impromptu interviews with people, and had a very short space of time to throw up the detail, make it look nice, throw up the details, the logos, get those videos ready to go. So I was under quite a bit of pressure, but we got it done. I mean, the theatric thing, the uppercut things. It was a case of, we got uppercut coming on now. We've got half an hour to learn about them. and then go.
I had less than that. I literally had less than that because I didn't know I was going to be on it until literally about 10 minutes before. I went on. That's right. It feels right now.
Yeah.
And like literally, I was like, just because you were supposed to do it, weren't you, Dee? I think.
Which one?
The uppercut one. Oh no, was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember. One of them you're supposed to do, and like very literally minutes before we were supposed to go on, I was like, yeah, come on, and I was like, okay, sent me the link. And I literally got on there, and he was like, sent me the link to the website. He's like, you got literally like 2 minutes. I was like, ah!
But you're a pro, Shane. You're a pro. You should be used to all this.
I was just like, I'm just going to completely wing it. Like,
well, look, we've got plans for the biscuit, and one of them, was do we venture down the road of doing radio? And radio is like, it's a different beast because you've got to do that. Those improv sort of interviews, you've got to just be on the ball all the time. A lot of the times when you don't have a lot of information. I mean, and the BBC are brilliant at research and stuff, so I can't say anything about that. But there are times when you've just got to make something interesting out of nothing, really, and it's a good learning experience. I feel. I mean, we used to play a silly game on Thorskin called What the Wish. We used to make up crude things about what these things were on the spot. And those little exercises are fantastic. The Gauntlet that I do, talk about something for a minute, just a pencil for a minute or something.
I think you should do that today.
What's it? So what is it? What is it we doing? What is it doing? Come on.
Yeah.
Let me just see if I've got one already made up because I tend to clear all my stuff. My phone, my laptop's going to go nuts now.
I mean, me personally, I mean, I've said this before. I'm like a Karl Pilkington. Right. And like,
yes. I know where you're going with this. I 100% know where you're going.
My missus always says that you're such a Karl. It's ridiculous. But like, I'm like a Karl Pilkington. Now, Karl on his own isn't actually as funny as when he's with Ricky.
Are you calling Al Ricky?
Yeah.
I can see that.
So like, do you know what I mean? Like, so I need somebody to bounce off for me to perform.
Yeah, well. I get you. Yeah, you do.
So I'm not very good on the spot, but I've got to have a bit of time to think about it. My brain doesn't work that fast, So I need a Ricky.
Definitely. Well, going back to the show that we were talking about, I'm just going to have my little bit of input.
Yeah, you guys keep talking. I'm going to set up a Gauntlet for you.
Yeah, that's fine. But it was like, going back to the show, I think a lot of people who were watching it weren't aware that everyone behind the scenes, apart from the tech people who with all the equipment and stuff like that, but everyone, it was their first time. It was a totally event organised and run by amateurs, really.
Yeah.
In all the fields, like even us, like we're used to just chatting rubbish in a sense to each other and people listening and everything like that. And I don't know why, because we all just chat absolute rubbish not half the time. But you know what I mean? But it's like even us there, we were learning, but then everyone was so grateful that we were there because they didn't want to be doing that. And it's something that we all enjoy doing anyway. And next year, I was like, I hope they do it again next year, whether it's going to be a hybrid version or something like that. But
I think the idea is to do something smaller, not as many moving parts. But I mean, the difference being is they'll have longer to plan it. They did it in like 10 weeks or something crazy.
Oh yeah, it was brilliant, especially since they had no experience in it.
Yeah,
it was amazing. Yeah,
I liked how laid back they were because even when we did a few little bloopers, they were just like, yeah, well, that's what happens. And
I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, because it really took the pressure off because. What people don't seem to realise and don't get, like, it's all like looking from an external perspective and maybe even watching the video and they just think, the camera comes on, you got like 10 seconds of dialogue and then it's on to the next video. And you think, that can't be that hard. Anybody can do that. Go and try it. Go and try it when you've got an entire production team around you and then they turn around to you and go, you're on in 5 seconds. And you're like,
and while you're doing it, trying to focus, that's twiddling with things next to you, moving things about, and you're just like trying to like stay on what you're doing.
Exactly.
And you've got all these distractions around you while people are staring at you, and because we're a podcast team at the end of the day. We're not used to that environment, but it's something I think that we'll all slowly start branching more and more towards as a biscuit in general.
Even with the podcast, like. You can have notes in front of you. You can have, prompt cards. You can have all sorts of different, even a website open in front of you. on a computer that you can then refer to while you're doing the podcast, and you have all this data and information that you can pick from. But like when you're doing something live, and something I really struggled with when I was doing it, and something I've got to work on if we do it again, is eye contact to the camera, because you forget that there's somebody actually watching you and you're talking to them. And the way and that particular setup, the camera was quite high up.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So it's an unnatural angle. It looked right on the camera. It looked fine on screen.
I thought it was a fabulous angle. It made my nose look brilliant.
it was a really unnatural angle to try and look down at your notes of what you remember. What you
because it was such a dramatic difference. Like, you're looking right down and then you're looking all the way up again.
Exactly. Yeah, and like it looked fine on camera, but actually in practice, it was quite
awkward.
Difficult to. Yeah, exactly. It's quite awkward. It felt unnatural, and that throws you off as well, because you're like, where do I actually look? But yeah, all told though, I really enjoyed it, and like you said, I think we learnt a lot as a team. I do hope we do more in the future, and yeah, I think after that we all took something away.
Well, at the start of this year, we had loads of things all lined up with like different events, going to America like that, and obviously due to our lovely friend Rona, that obviously all got cancelled, and then we were thrown this massive lifeline, because obviously we want to grow, we want to expand, especially I know Al's really wants to go in a certain direction with all of this, but it was a bit like a lifeline to be like, hey, we're here, and we're kind of like, in a way, our podcast is providing a service for people of Shrewsbury, Shropshire, and we've still been able to achieve that even with this hellhole that we're all trying to get out of.
I mean, I would really love to start getting heavily involved with things like the flower show, is it Let's Rock Festival? Is it Let's Rock?
Yeah.
It is Let's Rock, isn't it? The Let's Rock Festival and like the 90s revival, that kind of stuff. All these big events that happen in the quarry and in Shrewsbury. I would love for the
with free entry, please. With free entry.
I'd love for the Biscuit to be heavily involved in that, and especially with regards to hosting, having like a hosting presence in the town for these events. And hopefully that's where we're going to go in. That's the direction we're going to go in.
I do kind of feel we are already kind of like hitting that way. Like some of the people that we've worked with and Al's got on the show have come back. They've treated us a lot like an asset to the town.
Yeah.
And it's all about providing like a multiple, even though we're doing like in our studio, and we've even with like when our studio was closed, we're still doing this kind of like Zoom, FaceTime and everything like that, still talking to people. But it's providing that service, like you said, expanding it, growing it, doing these events, whether we're doing a podcast or doing the voices at them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think that moving forward, I think it would be good, because another part of it is that we are a relatively young sort of team.
Yeah.
So what the good thing with that is that we could be here for quite some time,
We hope.
we could be doing this for a massive, a very long series of events, and then end up being a really integral, and like people expect to see them as these sort of events, and it starts becoming a bit of a norm, and we just a bit like Andy Depp with I'm a Celebrity,
like the known faces, isn't it? It's like everything on ITV is hosted by Holly Willoughby.
Yes, exactly.
It's the same concept. It's like everything in Shrewsbury will be hosted by.
Are you comparing me to Holly Willoughby?
I think you're a bit. No, maybe you're Holly Willoughby and Shane's Philip Schofield.
I think I'm more of a Chris Moyles. I always say that. More of a Chris Moyles.
You and Chris Moyles. I'm sure you've got a crush on him.
He's one of those talented DJs ever. I mean, like, this guy was so talented at Radio 1. He brought in tens of millions of people to listen to Radio 1.
And then took them away again.
And took them with him. He took them with him to it was Radio X at first.
Yeah.
I've got a Gauntlet ready. I've done it already. Look how quick that was.
What is it I got to do? Go on.
Okay, so a Gauntlet. We haven't done one with Shane either, really. We've done the one
exempt. I'm exempt.
You're not exempt. You will be doing the Gauntlet.
I've been here from the start. I'm exempt now.
No, you are not. We've literally had some of the biggest podcasters on the planet come and do our Gauntlet. What we do is, when you get in front of a microphone and you work with me, or you work in my field, I expect you to have some sort of talent behind a microphone. So we're going to test that talent. There are 3 rounds to the Gauntlet. One is the inanimate object round, where you will talk about this object for 4 minutes non-stop. Then there is a speed round. We'll ask you questions, which we'll have to amend because this was made for an R-rated show, so I'll do it on the fly. You'll have a certain amount of time to answer these questions, but you won't know how much time. So you're going to get through them as quick as possible. And then you have the what the heck is that round, where you have to explain 10 pictures to Shane without actually telling him what they are, and he can't see them, so you'll have to close the window down. So, okay. So
sounds good.
I need to bring this up. I don't want to give the game away, so I've got to go to screen share. Okay. I need a stopwatch. I've got a watch here. I actually got one on my wrist.
So who's going first? Is Shane going first or me going?
No, just you, mate.
Just me. So what's the first round? What have I got to do?
The inanimate object round. So you have to talk about this object for a whole minute. Okay, non-stop. Okay.
Is it what it actually is, or is it just
anything about it? You can talk about it, whatever it is.
Sell it. You can describe it. Whatever you want.
Lies or truths.
whatever, however you want to do it.
As long as it's clean.
Oh! You have to bring that in.
We are on Channel 4. Please do not swear. We're not really. We're better than Channel 4. Anyway, any marks? Get set. Go. Talk.
Okay. So I'm not allowed to say what it is.
Yeah, you can talk about this one.
Okay. So basically, it's. So I can say it's paperclip, can't I?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to tell him about this paperclip.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's like, this is really interesting. So paper clips, they're originally always in silver. But in places like, in a lot of places in Europe, they're actually more prone to being rose gold.
Oh, okay.
Is that...
You're wasting time.
I know, but I don't know what to say about it. It's why is it the shape it is? I don't know. It's like, what do I say about a paperclip? It's like, I'm not good at these kind of games. Why don't you give me something like a vase or loo roll? I could tell you loads about loo roll, but paper clips. Make a paperclip chain. I don't know what you say about paperclip.
Keep going. Shane, don't help.
Okay. No, you can't help me. Can't help me. Right. Okay. So have you ever seen it when you get these paper clips and it's like at the top of it, it's pointed? Why do they have to now on modern paper clips? Like, do you ever see them and there's a slight point at the end where they're not perfectly curved? Or is it just me? Because my other job is I work in an office and there's so many different, like, why do we need different size paper clips? Why isn't there like a universal paperclip?
And time. I restarted as soon as you started talking properly about it, because you kind of bought a bit of time.
I wasn't sure what to do.
Okay, I mean, like, the best example would be like, this item was created in the Roman times.
So I can like, I wasn't sure whether it was factual or lying. Right, okay, I get you now. Right, okay, right, I can just flabbergast now.
Just as a contrast, let's do Al. Let's let Al do it.
No, I want to have another one. I want another one. Give me another one. I'm into this now.
I don't have another one.
Oh, come on. I get it now. So I can just say absolutely rubbish about it. That's not even true.
Okay, I'll find one more for you. Jeez.
Yeah, I get it now. I get what you're saying now.
Okay.
Right.
I need to delete that one now because it's done. So delete. Oh, no, I needed that. I like to use that on artwork. Okay. So yeah, the object. Yeah, give me one, Shane. What I'm looking for.
What?
If you can find me one.
Find you something.
Yeah, I want to show you how it's done.
Okay. Thinking. Okay. Right. Okay. I think I'll go on. Do I just send it in the group?
You can do.
Okay. Sorry, listeners.
Should we have some background music?
Do, 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 do,
do, do. Oh, can't copyright. Can't do that.
No, I'm doing it in a D sharp. It's usually in an.
I'm I was watching you on one of the shows last night. I came in just as you were doing American impressions.
Oh,
you and your impressions, dearie me.
You ain't got no idea.
Right, there you go. I sent you one.
Okay. I will save the picture and I'll bring it up.
Is that okay?
I don't need to bring it up. Okay, so this object was originally made in ancient Greece. What they used to do is they used to take bits of old cheese and they used to make it go hard so that it would be almost indestructible. And what they used to do is you use bits of graphite to draw words and to write lists with. When you think about ancient Greece, this is the time when people started to look at philosophy and the importance of words. But sometimes, you need to correct these. You need to make sure they're perfect. You need to find a way to erase these images and these words so that you can go again. You can't get this wrong, okay? Because philosophy is the most important thing. And the word eraser is actually Latin. It's Latin for "you got it wrong, dude," and that's what the word eraser is from. It's like, you got it wrong, dude. And this thing has been used again and again and again. It's been transformed into different forms. They tried to make one for tattoos that went horribly wrong. We all used the ones for pens that just usually have holes in your homework. I mean, it was a great way to get away with getting things wrong. I'm sorry, I used the ink eraser. This is why this part of my homework is missing. Still used largely today, but it's becoming extinct because people use tablets and phones to write with. So there is actually a fund that's been put together. Is Save the Eraser Fund. Because there are erasers out there with no jobs. You think about COVID-19 and how people have been furloughed. You think about the damage that technology and devices have made to the humble eraser that's been around since ancient Greece, making sure that the philosophies that were made back then carry through in your day-to-day life. This is the life of the eraser. And what you need to do is you need to remember that something as small and as significant as a rubber eraser created the world that you live in today. That's the eraser. And that's how you do that.
Applause. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, I get you now. I'm on board. I'm on board with it now.
It's an improv.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I've got another one. It's all about improvising and making sure that you can just ramble, and that's what I like to see. Okay, where's the one I got?
So I didn't know whether we could just talk gobbledygook or where you had to go actual factual.
There ain't no rules in talking. You just talk. I know. Unless you're in school, of course, and you're a teacher. You're like, oh, he told us that a razor was made in ancient Greece with. Okay, where's Zoom? Okay, I'm going to share screen. Okay,
who's this one?
This is for you.
Okay, let's go.
Shane's not very good at this. We learned that very quickly.
I'm not very good. I'll happily say I lose without even starting.
Okay, so this is your object, and you've got to talk about it for a whole minute.
Okay.
My stopwatch up. Everybody's talking to me today. You suck. Leave me alone, please. I'm busy. Okay.
Sorry, my face been going crazy.
What's the screenshot? This thing with Zoom, it moves things around. Okay. This is your object, and you have a full minute, and I will start the clock, and you will start talking, Deedee.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
On your marks, get set, go.
Wait, I'm just waiting for it to come up. Okay, so this is a really interesting one. So the first face of this, when it first came out, it actually came out in the 16th century. It's very, very popular. More present day, you'd see it advertised by Stanley Johnson, our beautiful Stanley Johnson. But it comes in like, so there's this weird story behind it. So originally, it was like years and years ago, say about in World War I, men used to get horrible like calluses on the bottom of their feet. And they used to take these with them when they were in the army, and they used to scrape the skin of the bottom of their feet. Stop looking at your watch, Al. I can see you looking at your watch. So they used to use it to scrape off the bottom of their feet. And then over time, it was like when they had to start creating their own meals, they were like, how are we going to make these meals taste better? So they used to use their feet scrapers to grate their cheese. And that's where the cheese grater came from. And it's now called a cheese grater. You'd think because of grating cheese, but the word grate actually is like... it's more like a Spanish term for like.
Go. That's how you do it.
Yeah!
Well done. That was fantastic.
Get in there.
the king of doing the inanimate object on the Gauntlet has got to be Tom Bruno. He is just absolute.
Tom Bruno's fantastic.
He is amazing.
Yeah, I've watched him.
I created him. I created a monster.
Deedee, round 2.
Okay, so round 2 is the speed round. You've got an allotted amount of time, but you don't know how long. Okay, so you got to get through these questions.
What do I do?
Answer these questions as quick as possible, because once the time goes out, you won't be able to carry on, and people will think you're naff, basically.
Hold on, people. I'm getting a fan base right now. Don't call me naff.
Well, it's up to you. That's up to you. Okay, I will start. The time will start when I finish my first question. Okay. Okay. Your first memory of a pet.
My first memory of a pet was I had these giant African land snails, with like the size of your fist, and we used to have them where they used to like go around the house. We used to feed them Guinness, and they used to get really, really drunk and hang upside down on the trees.
Nice.
And then one day we went on holiday and we left them with our cleaner, and I cleaned them to the heating on, and they all died. So
okay, that's good. Your favorite movie category?
Oh, probably rom-com, because
your favorite Muppet?
Oh my God! Is Big Bird a Muppet? The Sesame Street?
Well, yeah, they're technically Muppets on Sesame Street. Yeah. Your favorite dish to cook?
Oh, filet mignon.
Okay, nice. One unpopular opinion?
Oh, that I think Stanley Johnson is amazing.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is, but hey, your favorite.
It's Boris Johnson's dad.
Oh, okay. Your favorite booze?
Oh, anything wet.
PS4, Xbox, or Switch?
PS4.
PS4. Your favorite podcast that isn't yours?
I'm going to have to say You Suck. Go for it, because I watch you guys.
Yeah. One guilty pleasure?
Oh God.
Watching my TikToks.
Doing TikTok. That's a guilty pleasure. Doing TikTok. I'm embarrassed of it, but it's so much fun.
And your favorite TV or movie villain?
Cruella de Vil, all over that. All over. Cruella de Vil. You cannot beat her.
I did not expect that.
Fantastic.
Well, she's the best evil Tory you can get around. She's fantastic.
Well done. You do normally have a minute, but you did it in a minute 36. So well done, though. Well done. You give it your all. Shane, can we practice something? If you like minimize the screen, can you still hear us? Hello.
Hold on. I've still got a little. Hold on. I've still got like a little picture.
Okay.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Hold on. If I blank it out with my wallet, I genuinely can't see now. There you go.
Or you can just pull your hat over your eyes. There you go.
Or that.
Okay.
Oh no, you can't move the hat. Cannot move the hat.
I'll do this.
I don't think he's got any skin under that. I think he takes off. It's just pure brain.
Like Meg in Family Guy.
Like Meg in Family Guy, exactly.
There is picture evidence of me with the brain out. So
yeah, there is.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I genuinely can't see now.
Okay. I'm trying to find extra large icons. There you go. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, we've got enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these 10 pictures. You have to describe to Shane what these pictures are. You can go in any direction across the board you can, but you're not actually allowed to tell him what they actually are. Does that make sense?
I have to guess.
You have to guess what Deedee's trying to explain to you.
Okay.
So I can pick any picture.
Yeah, crack on. You got 10, and you have 2 minutes to do it. I will start the time as soon as you start talking. Okay. And share.
All right, okay.
Oh, can you see the one behind the?
Okay. Yishkamishk.
What?
Yishkamishk. My sister's best prostitute in Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. Borat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Really rubbish shoes where they're made out of plastic and they got loads of holes in them, like a sieve.
Croc.
Well done. Dipsy La Po. Which one's missing?
Tinky Winky.
Beautiful. It's a picture of a bird, and I like to rant on it on social media.
Twitter.
Beautiful. It's oh my god, I can't even see what it is. I'm doing this on my phone. Right, okay. It's Okay. So, shaken not stirred. Who is he?
James Bond.
But what is
007.
what?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Sometimes it's like is that? I can't even see what that says. Okay. So sometimes you have it with like parmesan grated on it with a sauce.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. I can't even see what the other pictures are because your face is in the way. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. So my mum has one in the house, but that's totally irrelevant. But it's a massive thing that looks like a saucepan and you ring it. It looks like a wok, and you take like a massive bat and you like swing it at it.
A gong.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, yeah. Okay, so have you ever watched Night in the Museum?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the thing What's the thing say that blows the bubble gum? The giant stone head.
Oh, I don't know what they're called, but it's like Aztec head.
But what does he say? What does he say in it?
Is it?
Oh, you can't go named it as. It's got to be what it actually is.
I don't
I'm talking about what it is. I'm trying to see the names underneath it. This is what I'm doing. You're not explaining it to me.
I know what it is, but I don't know what it's called.
And time. He struggled with those last two. Okay, so Shane, there is the holiday when Jesus rose again is.
Sorry, what?
The Christian holiday when Jesus rose again is
Easter.
And there is lots of heads on this.
Oh, Easter Island.
There you go. And the massive skyscraper that King Kong climbs the top of.
Empire State Building.
There we go.
See, Al, you do it so calmly. I go in panic mode. I think we're doing it on countdown right now. I can hear it in my head. They're like, powering down.
You did brilliantly. Well done. You did really good.
You did better than me because I can't do it. I just can't do it. Like,
to be fair, we just put that up on the fly.
By the way, if anyone's listening to this, please do not follow me on Twitter. I am not me on Twitter. It's my alter ego. Do not blame me.
And these little exercises are what's important for where we're going with the biscuit. I love to do like an improv class. If anybody's listening to this that knows there's an actual improv class in Shrewsbury, we'd love to rock up. I'll bring up the whole biscuit team and we'd have so much fun.
Oh yeah. we could also get banned, so we might only be able to go once. I'm not into like turning myself into a vehicle and I like improvised competition.
Unless it's chicken.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Oh god, yeah, we know this story. Did you ever do drama at school?
I wanted to, but not enough people took the class. So they're like, we've had 8 people for the class. You can't do it. And I was like, what? That's kind of what I wanted to do.
There was only 6 in my drama class.
Oh, but this was Telford. The
shame.
Do you know what the worst thing is? It wasn't even Telford. It was Wrexham. I'm sorry, Telford. I love you. I'm really proud of the team and where you guys have gone, because Shane has all of a sudden got this amazing passion. He wants to do these amazing things. He wants to make videos. He wants to learn how to edit. Dee, you've come into your own. The live show, the virtual show, you just absolutely blew me away. You were so good. Keeping us calm as well. You know, I mean, we're good anyway, but I mean, you were just like
eating your pasty.
Follow your lead.
Don't criticize me. I was enjoying myself.
And I want to say a huge thank you to the organisers of that show for giving us that opportunity, and well done to everybody that took part. You know, it's good. Yeah. So Shane, what have we been doing? We had a date today, didn't we? We went out.
We had a bro date.
I've seen the pictures. Looks like you had a great time.
It was a really good time, actually.
Yeah, we did. I want to say thank you to the guys from Fitbox for in Greyfriars, I call them. They invited us to a soft launch of their food eatery. It's quite a restaurant.
What kind of food is it? What kind of food is it they do?
It's like fresh, healthy food. But like, the way I described it to Lisa was, if you can imagine, do you remember soy?
Yeah.
With the little Chinese.
Yeah.
So if you imagine soy meets Subway.
Oh wow.
It's the way I can describe it.
You go in, they've got almost like a Subway counter type thing. So you pick your protein. So you have your chicken or your pork, or they have
which is cooked on request. It's cooked like per order.
What's the vegan stuff that vegans eat? Oh, I've forgotten it.
Tofu.
Vegan.
Tofu.
Oh yeah.
They have that as well. And you pick that. You pick something to go with it. You can have carbs. So there's pasta, there's rice, there's loaded fries with like cheese and jalapenos and stuff. They were amazing.
Oh, see, that's something we don't have in town. Well, obviously until now. But that's definitely something that appeals to me anyway.
And then you pick something to go on top of it. So you can have like jalapenos. You can have like sunflower seeds. You can have I can't remember what else.
Cashews and
coriander. And then you pick a sauce. And that's it. You can have like, there's a kid's box, a normal box, and a large box. And it's right in that walkway up to Greyfriars Bridge. So if you're on the way into town, you go into the quarry or something, or you got the dogs and you're like, maybe we can have some lunch on the way. You can pick up a box, take it with you, and eat it in town.
And it's all healthy. It's all like, they really promote fresh and healthy. And what's even better with Fitbox is that everything that they use in the shop is all local. If not only local, but actually majority of it is very much confined to Colham. So they get butchers there. They get all their veg and fruit.
From the allotment.
So it's proper doorstep, isn't it? It's not just local; it's doorstep. Right, yeah.
And I lived in Bellevue. I've moved away from there now, but I did used to love living in Bellevue and Colham because that row of shops in Colham is just amazing. I've watched it all grow, man. Like House Coffee,
fantastic.
It's just they were like, oh, we're going to double in size, and then Glam, the studio moved across the way, that doubled in size. The allotment was this tiny little thing where Fitbox is now. They were like, we need to double in size. So somebody's doing something. They're doing something right in Colham. It's growing, like physically and visibly growing, which is amazing because these are all independent businesses, and I love independent businesses. We were chatting to Jamie from JP Designs, who did our t-shirts. He was there, and he was like, "Hey, I did your t-shirts." I was like, "Oh,
I was wearing it."
He was like, I recognise that t-shirt. Big shout out to him. And I was saying to him when I first started. Yes, I used a lot of like Vistaprint and TeePublic, things like that, because they were convenient, But I've always had community at heart, and now I've found people and places to go. Then I will always use the sort of local to get things like that. And we're going to speak to him about things we can put together. Because if we get like a permanent location where we can call Biscuit Studios, we've got the keys, that's our place. I want us to run it not we're a podcast, but I want it to run it almost like a radio station. We'll have people, we can train people up to do their own shows, have something constantly going there.
Yeah.
And I would love to have like competitions where people can win t-shirts and hats and like, magnets and stuff. So we're always going to need something like that. It's going to be good.
It is like even like with the radio thing, but we've been doing a lot of like live on Facebook and everything like that. And we were saying about doing our YouTube. So it's all kind of like leading that way, isn't it? In a sense.
Yeah. And I need help with the YouTube. I mean, I really want to launch the YouTube on a big scale and have like this is recording now. We could release this as a video. I probably can't because I'm drinking alcohol. But like I don't. We can do that.
It's all part of the stuff which I'm going to try and do. I mean, one of my plans is to start teaching myself to do, like when you're playing a game and you get 30-second adverts.
Yeah.
Like other games and all sorts of stuff. But I want us to learn how to do those. And like
an annoying advert.
Those things that I'm like tapping my screen. When I'm tapping my screen trying to skip it, you're going to be one of those.
And then they put the X in a really random place, so you end up actually pressing the link.
Yes.
But like magically moves, so you end up pressing the link. Oh, you.
or put a fake one and then put a really little one at the other corner.
Your voice has gone really quiet, Shane. Get your mic closer to your mouth because you're very, very quiet.
Is that better?
Yes, much better. Fitbox, thank you so much for inviting us today. We love doing things like that. We did record some audio. I was going to throw it up on this episode, but I think I'm just going to release it as a separate crumb, I think. I'm going to keep... Sorry, I died a little bit there.
I wonder what happened, man.
I was getting my throat was getting drier and drier. I'm going to cough, and that was your cue to go. And yes, elsewhere on the Shrewsbury Biscuit, there was a rebellion because Alex and Julie went on the BBC. So we decided.
Oh no! Don't start that. Oh gosh,
that was funny.
Biscuit.
That's Triflegate. That is that you're starting now.
Yeah,
I was editing. I was editing back the the stuff from the virtual show, and we did that little bit in between where we were all chatting amongst ourselves, and we brought that up. Then I was like, oh my god, how far back was that? Like, it seems like the virtual show was like last weekend. It feels like an age ago.
Was it only last weekend?
Well, the weekend
Or the
just
weekend
gone. I was in
before?
London, and it was the weekend before that. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh, it feels like it was ages ago.
That's mental.
Yeah. We have lots coming up as well. I've got a list here of people that we're going to be speaking to. The one's confirmed so far. Birgitta Zookman, who's just opened up a studio in the parade. So fantastic. She absolutely deserves that. She's amazing, amazingly talented with a camera. She's been on the show before, and she's really supportive of us and a lot of people in Shrewsbury. She did that doorstep photography photographs during the actual lockdown, just to get a look at people's families and what they're doing during that. That was beautiful. Phil Gittins from Oswestry, he's got his own podcast. He talks a lot about peace philosophy and sort of how we can sort of help kids understand how to be decent human beings. That he was suggested to me by Dean Harris. I thought, even though it's Oswestry, this is a subject that is bigger than UK, to be honest. If we can teach people to be decent and to be nice, I think that's evolution, baby. It's never been done.
It's not a bad thing, can it?
Is Shane able to take that class, or?
Oh, he's a puppy. He's a puppy. He's a good. We've got James. Next week we've got James Finney coming into the studio. He's a funny podcaster. He got in touch with us. He was like, "Yo, I got a podcast too. Can I come on?" I was like, "Absolutely." And then I kind of ignored him for a week. I took a week off, and I kind of just switched everything off. I was kind of like, I'm just having a week off, you know. So he's coming on next week. And Jean Aitken, who is she's a really, really well established poet, and she's coming on too. There's a few more. I think we're going to get Shrewsbury floats on, which Julie keeps banging on about. She loves Shropshire floats, should I say? She loves them. It's what do you call it? What do you call it when you go into one of those tanks?
Oh, the floating thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Dee.
Yes. Yeah. No. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Is it the ones where you get
sensory
really
deprivation? Sensory deprivation.
That's it. Yeah. She said it was amazing, though, didn't she?
I'd love to try it, but
I'd like to. Try it.
Being alone in a dark, wet space, just me and my thoughts. It's probably not a good idea. All they'll hear is like, "Where are we taking this spaceship?"
See, that's your worry. That's your worry. My worry would be coming out of that without having a good blow dry done on my hair. Because like literally, me when I haven't got my hair done, I look like the wife of a Viking. It's terrible.
So this is where we all differ, right? Because Al's could be lying there thinking about spaceships. You could be lying there thinking, how the hell am I going to dry my hair? I'll be lying there thinking, like, when do I start work tomorrow?
None of us are relaxing. We're all thinking something.
But then I'll be switching. I'll be like flicking between the two. So I'll be flicking from like, what time do I start work on Monday or whatever? What do I need to do and all that kind of stuff. But also I'll be thinking, do crabs look at lobsters the same as we look at mermaids? Like
probably not, because
this is my mind. This is what happens. This is my problem. My head is that full with questions like that, right? That I can't remember important things like my PIN number. And this is why when Al goes, "It's your turn, you can host the show," I'm like, because that split second beforehand, I was wondering whether
trying to remember your PIN number.
I was wondering what would happen if I had a tail with a hand on the end of it, so whether I could actually hold something. Like, this is what my mind's like, and this is half my problem. Like, it's a condition.
How do schools of fish stay together? Who communicates that? How do they organize that?
How do they talk? How do fish communicate with each other? Are they telepathic?
Oh my God, he's an idiot. He's an absolutely idiot.
What is going on?
I love that. It's so cool.
Do you ever question yourself, going, is there actually gold in the rainbow, or?
No, but I did walk into the front room the other day, and I just walked in, looked at Lisa, and I said, "I think I've got gout." And she was like, "What?"
My phone, all my social media is going crazy.
This is literally my life. Lisa is now immune, like completely immune. She doesn't even like. She just goes, That's all she does. She just goes, yeah, whatever. Like, and she doesn't even respond anymore because I just come out with the most random stuff. And
is this why you wear a hat all the time? Because your head's constantly pulsating.
It's honestly, it's always on the go. And like my favourite ones is, what would you do if? This is Lisa's favourite as well.
No.
So I'll be watching a film and it'll be like, what would you do if I was a spaceman? She'll be like, what? I'd be like, well, what would you do? Like, and she's like, what do you mean, what would I do? I was like, well, would you still love me? And she's like, well, yeah. We would have more money. Like,
were you?
We would have more money.
Were you watching Astronaut's Wife with Johnny Depp at the time? By any chance?
I don't know. I can't remember. But honestly, it's always stuff like, what would you do if I was a serial killer? And she'll be like, what? I
wouldn't know what to say. I would just sit there in silence. And
That's pretty much what she does now. She just goes,
Oh my god!
But did she
keep the receipt when she met you?
No, I think that's half the problem though.
Yeah, okay.
He's past the warranty now. That's it. It's been 28 days.
He's past the warranty. Oh, fair enough.
But this is what my mind's like. It's always on the go, which is why, like, even with when we were doing Thorskin, we were going to have like a Shane's corner where like I was just going to like chat to me and just pick my brains, basically like what Ricky and Karl does. Sort of
I was going to say, I think you underestimate the Karl Pilkington side of you. Because what you've just been saying for the past 5 minutes, what you've been saying for the past 5 minutes is so Karl Pilkington.
Yeah.
You know when Karl says like, I sat outside for 2 hours and I was dribbling to see how long it would last.
What? Are you one of those people? Hold on, Shane. Are you one of those people that says, "Oh, sorry, I was 37 minutes late. I just been sitting in a towel on my bed, staring at a wall"?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Like
the thing is, though, we set up these things for Shane when we used to. We used to be like, "Okay, go, Shane," and he'd be like, "What?" Every time.
When it comes to stuff like that. But when you start talking about growing a tail with a hand on the end of it, you're all for that.
Yeah, but think about it, right? It would be perfectly amazing. Like it'd be so handy to have some, not just a tail. It'd have to have like, even if it's just like a couple of fingers and a thumb.
So here we go. Here I got a question for you, right? So where would you buy your jeans? And also, would it be like another trouser leg around your tail, or would it just be an exposed tail coming out the back of your trousers? Would it be a hole, or would you have like, because in the winter your tail might get cold, so would it be like an additional trouser leg that goes round?
This is the dilemma, Deedee. Like, this is a problem because I have to think all these things through. And I think what would happen if I actually did have a tail with a hand on it? So how would that affect my driving?
Would you be able to use it as a portable seat as well? Like
maybe. It depends how strong it is, because I suppose if it's strong enough to actually hold my body weight, I could literally hold myself up and do like press ups off my tail.
You never know. It was like if you did that and more people had tails, they might get some gym equipment in. You could strengthen up your tail so you can sit on your tail.
No, see, I don't know though. If I had like, you get 3/4, I don't know whether like you'd end up with like 3/4 on your tail, or would you just
taking this conversation so seriously?
You'd never be able to sleep on your back. You'd just be like, that knobbly bit at the back would be too hard. You wouldn't be able to lie on your back. You wouldn't,
Oh, like what was that film? Shallow? Was it Shallow Hal, where the guy had the tail at the end?
Yeah.
Great
film.
It'd be so handy with day-to-day life, though, wouldn't it? Like,
I don't know. I do pretty okay with 2 hands and 2 feet.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
Okay. So how do we start the process then, Shane?
Well, it'll be several millions of years of evolution. Yeah.
What we will do... No, I'm joking. Well, no, over evolution, it says there's this whole thing about people have got taller through evolution, and that's why doorways are, like, shorter and all this rubbish.
I'm more evolved than you?
Don't you start that with me.
People have got...
This is what I was going to get. I'm 5'2", people. But evolution...
That's your problem, isn't it? I mean... They do say that the doors are smaller in older houses because people are taller now. I was learning about Prince Rupert and kind of where he came from and who he was and stuff. And Bibbs was saying he was like 6'5", And back in those times, that was unheard of. He was literally a giant. So he was like this 6'5" military man just wandering through Shrewsbury, and all the women were like, "Oh."
Well, have you seen that Greg Davies sketch where he goes about saying he went to Bangkok, didn't he? And he said in this country he's tall, but over there he's a mythical giant. Greg, I know you listen to this show. I know he's got to listen to it. This guy's living in London, here, there, and everywhere. He's back. He's all around the country, all around the world. He's got to listen to the Shrewsbury Biscuit. He's like, I miss home so much. I found this podcast. If anybody knows Greg Davies, get him to listen to the Shrewsbury Biscuit and tell him we're waiting. We're waiting for him to come on the show. Waiting.
Waiting. I don't want to talk about, the colour of his underwear or where he shops or, how much his electric bills are or anything like that. I just want to find out what schools he went to or pubs he's drink to.
Hold on. I want to know where he shops.
No, it's probably
Have you seen the height of him?
Yeah, well...
Does he order online? What is
it? He's
this?
got shares in Giacomo.
Yeah, we have got a lot coming up. That was so fun. You guys crack me up. You really do. We've got lots coming up. I've also made friends with Halls, one of the oldest companies in Shrewsbury, 175 years old this year. We're going to be speaking to them about their fine arts auctions because we like to cover art. We've covered amateur artists, we've covered fully fledged artists, we've covered Spirograph Girl, the kind of out there kind of
brilliant.
art.
Yeah.
So fine art is art. So I'd love to talk about that and kind of where Halls came from, the history of it all. So we're going to plan something with them. I do believe. But yeah. And I'm sorry to anybody that's waited like a week or so for emails. I was selfish enough to have a birthday at the weekend.
How did it go?
Chessington's great, right? I love that. It was, but the problem is,
goes. Get comfy, Dee.
I'm going to be completely frank now.
I'm on the floor with a cushion. Take as long as you want.
Have you got a drink?
Oh yeah, I've got my drink. Have
you got some food?
All right, Karl Pilkington.
Food. Don't take too long.
There was no it was outside all the time, and even if you're inside, there's like big doors. So it's like a full, it's like you're in like a restaurant, but there's a big door and it's still cold. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like there's indoors, but it's not quite indoors. If that makes sense. So I was just outside for like 2 days, and it was cold. So even though we were having fun, you'd stand in a queue for like an hour, as me, like, and then you go on a ride, like and then you're like again. So that was a negative. The positive is I got to spend some time with my family and watch them have fun. I get to see Timmy went. I don't like roller coasters. Okay, a terrible thing happened to me when I was younger. That really scared I'll fight anyone, swim to the deepest ocean. I'll climb the highest mountain, but I will. Roller coasters just scare the living daylights out of me. And the biggest roller coaster there is the Vampire. It's one of the oldest. The roller coasters where your legs dangle. Those type of roller coasters.
Yeah.
It's the oldest one of them in the country. It's 30 years old. And we went on that. I was like, Timmy, if you go on that with me, we'll give you 20 quid. I was just like, we need to get you on this roller coaster. And he went on it. And I really enjoyed it, actually. I thought, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing going on this death trap? And we had a really good time. I really enjoyed it. That was like a liberation for me, really. Genuinely, like when I was younger, my dad took me to this fairground in Ireland. And those things that are like a pendulum that go up and then upside down and then spin round, you're in like this, it's like a bus attached to an arm that just throws you up in the air and spins upside down and stuff. I was a really skinny kid and I was way too small for this ride. And when it went upside down, I nearly came through the bars. I was holding on for dear life for the whole thing. I remember like my hands were hurting, my chest was hurting because I was coming through, looking up, and all I could see was my dad, really small, upside down, and it terrified. Since that day, I just don't like rides.
Have you been to Alton Towers? You must have been to Alton Towers.
Yeah, I've been to Alton Towers. I will go on roller coasters. I just don't like going upside down. Like, it sounds crazy, but I can't do it.
What about air though? Because air is kind of a weird one because you start lying down. So if anything, you're not going upside down; you're just rolling.
I've never been on that one. The last time we went to Alton Towers, we spent most of the time in CBeebies Land with Timmy. We went into some of the other rides and stuff.
you go on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory ride at CBeebies?
I can't remember. I don't think so.
It's brilliant.
I don't think I was there. We went on
was brilliant.
We went on the Iggle Piggle ride. We went on
yeah.
the boat ride thing. That was hardcore. they had this ride in Chessington. It's the Gruffalo boat ride, right? And it was, I don't know, whoever designed this ride needs an award of some kind. You get in a raft. It's a very slow ride, right? But they put smells in the air. Like it smells like mud, or it'll smell like grass. They have like holograms, proper like holograms. You know, like when they had the one of like Freddie Mercury on stage.
Yeah.
They had them. They had giant Gruffalo things. They had smoke, and then you go through this thing, and it looked like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. These big water fountains that shoot over you, and we would go for like 3 of them, and you're just chilling. Honestly, I could go for that ride all day and just chill, take a few beers, and just sit there.
Is it a bit like Small World? Remember there was that one, and people can play music now.
Small world after all.
Yeah.
Bit like that, yeah. But they really clever how they put like, the
but not as
in
scary.
And they had this really cool thing where it was like steam coming down, and they shot like a projection on the steam. So it was like a Cheshire Cat almost type character, and it looked like the steam was his face. It was just brilliant.
Oh wow!
So brilliantly designed. But you have to like wait an hour each time to go on it, and I was like, for God's sake, what? You know, and that was like at half capacity. So when it's like on some holidays when it's like full, you can imagine. But yeah, that's what we did. It was good fun. I really, it's quality time though. It is quality time spending time
with with obviously social distancing going on. Do you think could they not fill the rides? Were they like half full? And do you think that's where the queues were still going?
The queues were so long because you had to spend 2 meters apart, so it spreads the queue out really far. And then there's some rides where they do every other. So like this boat ride.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's not like half as many people on each one.
Yeah. And then they would they were on the hour every hour. They'd be like, right, we're going to stop. We're just going to clean the ride, and then they let it go by itself. Stops the queue for a bit, and then you go back on. Certain rides and certain queues, you need to wear your mask at all times because you imagine people going in an enclosed space. It's gonna cause problems. But the thing I felt about it was that these masks don't stop. Things come in and stop things going out, so that's the important part, isn't it? It was fun though. I really enjoyed spending time on fun. It was nice actually just not doing Biscuit or USOC. I took a break from USOC as well. I've been on USOC for like 2 weeks actually, because I was like,
they're going to forget who you are soon.
Well, that's it. I arranged this guy Matt Connaughton. There's a radio station I listen to. It's based in New Hampshire in America. WMNH Matt Connaughton Unleashed. It's a bit of a political show. It was nice going on there. I went on the radio show and we talked about things, how us Brits think about things going on in America, it was. I arranged this guy to come on my show. I said to Tom, this guy is amazing. I really want to work with him, get him on the show. And then my wife was like, oh, by the way, we're going for a meal 7:00 on Friday night. I was like, on Saturday night, I was like, I had arranged this show, so I had to leave Tom and Kenny on their own to interview a guest that I'd arranged. So awkward. It's a really good show. Really good show. They did a really good job. Anyway, let's stop talking about me. Shane, what have you been up to apart from work? You've got to have been doing other things than work.
Well, actually, I've had a few things coming up recently. We were looking to move, and we were looking for houses, and it's hard at the moment, man. On the rental market, it's really hard, especially in Shrewsbury. And we were getting absolutely no luck at all. And anyway, long story short, without delving into too much detail, that we were going to get a house then, and now we're not. And because we are basically fed up of banging our head against the wall, we decided to stay where we are. So the money that we saved up for the deposits and whatnot, and for the money we saved to move, we've decided to invest in the house that we've got now and make it better, basically. Hence why I'm now sat currently under the stairs in my new office, because this is now where I work, under the stairs. Like Harry
You're Potter. A wizard, Harry!
I was about to do that!
And a lot of that is because it's like space saving. So like I've been really thinking about how I can, create more storage space, about how I can utilize the space that we've got. Because the reason why I wanted to move is because it's a small house. It's all right. It's average size house.
We know you were like, Daddy needs a den. I want a place to play Xbox.
Get out of my room. And yeah, so like under the stairs seemed like a logical place to put my desk and stuff. It just about fit. It's actually it's not too bad in here. It's fine. So yeah, I mean, so we've been doing a lot of home improvements. We've been investing a bit of money into a house, furniture, that kind of stuff. Things like altering my daughter's bed into a mid-sleeper, things like that, so she's got storage underneath. What else are we doing? We've got somebody coming tomorrow to remove... I've got a huge, massive shed in my garden that's like the full length of the garden. It's about 3-4 foot deep, but it's about 7 foot high. And like, it's this huge hedge. And like, it's a pain in my bum.
Backside, yeah.
It just grows so fast. I'm constantly having to trim the bloody thing. So basically I've got somebody coming tomorrow to rip that out, and then I'm going to grass that all out. Do you remember your little grass babies at your old house, Al?
Oh yeah, grass babies.
That's what I'm going to grow my own grass babies, and then I'm going to get again a bigger garden for the kids to play in. I've got plans to. I was going to buy a shed, a bigger shed, because I've kind of outgrown mine. But I think I'm going to make one.
Oh yeah, like a real man.
Oh dear. I'm going to make it out of pallets, and I'm going to use old rusty nails that I find on the road.
I actually am going to make it out of pallets, probably.
Do you have different hats you wear for when you're doing different jobs?
I have about 4 different hats, and some are work hats. I've got a fishing hat, and I've got this one's like my day-to-day hat.
I got 2 hats. 2.
I've got more hats than I have shoes.
I feel
Hold on, wait. You have 4 hats, but you have more hats than shoes.
Yeah, I've only got like 1. I got my training switch, I wear that all the time, and then I've got like.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining us on the show. What's me that swears? Have you got any? We don't care about your shoes. We don't care about your shoes.
In a nutshell,
yeah, we don't care about your shoes.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, it sounds like you're going for like this. It's like a new you. You're going for like a cleansing period. Like, it's really good.
A detox, a Shane tox.
And it always feels really good.
Shane tox. It's more of Lisa's fed up of all my rubbish sitting around the house and clutter and stuff. So now she's chucking it all out and putting it in the
Or maybe she's been fed up for a while and you've only just started noticing.
Yeah, pretty much. No, it's really good, and already we've like moved the rooms around. My daughter's got her own bedroom, and that's all
really quiet.
Now, and why is it so quiet?
Are you putting your hand over it?
No.
Maybe flip it around. I don't know.
I literally haven't touched it.
It's okay. So it's fine.
So yeah, I mean, it's there's a lot. There's a lot going on. Like I said, I've got some plans with regards to, as I said before, doing some video editing and stuff. So if there's anybody listening that has experience in that, then hit me up, because I can do with a little bit of pointers in the right direction.
I hope you. I hope you.
And yeah, I'm sort of going to try and sort of get a bit more creative on that side of things, really.
Cool. Dee, have you been up to anything interesting?
Interesting wise, absolutely nothing whatsoever.
Have you fixed your car yet?
No, okay, let's have a chat about this. So no, I fixed my car.
Anyway, thank you for listening to the Shrewsbury
Biscuit. No, I fixed my car, fixing it, broke it again. So
right, okay, I need to explain to the listeners, right? As Dee is pulling to the Cavalier Centre, Shane's like, Dee, your exhaust's wobbling a bit. She's like, yeah, the cable tie burst off. And he's like, you put a cable tie on your exhaust? She was like, yeah.
Hold on, but you need to fill that in a little bit. So basically, I drive an R52 Mini. So anyone who out there who knows Minis knows that Minis are technically 80% cable ties when they get to that age.
That's not an excuse.
It's character building, and I call it my problem child.
You can't cable. I'm not going to get onto this because I'm.
Sometimes I think I do things just to annoy Shane, and it's working really well.
Have you fixed it though? Because I do worry about you.
It's fixed, but I've now got another issue. But
what's the other issue?
It's fine. I don't have kids or anything. I just worry about my car.
What's wrong with the car?
It's made by BMW. That's what.
Oh, savage.
Well, it's not wrong. I love minis, but they are still.
It's
German.
not a mini.
To be fair, I was saying I'm not going to get into car talk. Nobody cares about that. Listen to the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Before we go out of here, I want to say an actual heartfelt thank you to Robert Milton, to Bibbs Cameron, to Maggie Love, and to Nigel Baker for helping me with the voice tours that we made for Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury Bid came up to me with an idea, and they were like, you know what we could do with? We could do with some audio tours that people can listen to on the website. Rock up into town, find a historical part of Shrewsbury, go on the website, press play, and they listen to not a podcast, an actual fully fledged tour of a certain area of Shrewsbury. I was like, this is an amazing idea. As soon as I said that, my ears pricked up. I thought, this is amazing. They're not going to hear. I think I introduced the. I didn't want to get involved at all. I wanted the tours to be the star of this. I didn't want to say anything, right? Because people hear my voice all the time. So I released it. I recorded the audio of these amazing tours. We did Old St. Chad's, St. Mary's, we did the Castle, and we did Spare Steps, Medieval Shrewsbury, right? I recorded the things, put them together, and just sent them the raw audio. Just bam, people talking. There you go. And they sent it back. And they said, we need an intro and some music. And I was kind of like, oh, God. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this tour of St. Chad's by Maggie Love. And there's my voice on it. So my voice is on it. But you guys are amazing. I got involved with that. I did have to, I wouldn't say it was red tape. It's more etiquette, because there are people that earn good money doing tours around Shrewsbury, and I didn't want to step on anyone's toes. So I got in touch with the museum. And because all the tours kind of run through the museum, apart from a few. And I was like, I'm doing this. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings doing it. And they were like, no, do it. It's amazing. And one of the most important parts I thought of, without being disrespectful, and I don't mean it in any a disrespectful way at all, a lot of the tour guides are kind of getting on a bit, and you don't see a lot of young people doing it. We need to find a way to encourage young people to do these tour guides and immortalize the greats that are doing it now, the likes of Maggie Love and Robert at St. Mary's, because he was fantastic too.
Stan Stedman.
Well, I did. I went straight to Stan. Because he's my boy. I love you, Stan. If you're listening to this, you're my boy. But he was shielding because of lockdown, because of so he couldn't come and do it, and he felt really bad about it. But rest assured, if we do go for round 2 with these, which I think we're going to, because there's a lot of interest putting these, and Stan's okay to do it, he's going to be the first person I go to, because they were fun. I learned so much. I did a press release, wrote some quotes for a press release today. I don't know when they're going to be released, but I will let you know, because they're really good to listen to. Honestly, I learned so much.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for getting involved with that. Anyway, we've been going for about an hour.
It's been an hour already. Oh, wow.
Well done, Dee, on your Gauntlet. You did amazing.
Yeah, well done.
Shane, you're next time. You're next.
Yeah.
We're going for the whole team biscuit. Julie as well. And you could do one for me as well if you want.
We need to do it where we're all on here at the same time. Don't we? We need to get it together, all together.
Yeah.
It'd be a good one, wouldn't
it? Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely do that. Yeah. Did you find it fun? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one to do. Now I get the hang of it, and I think I'll get better.
We usually do it a lot more R-rated and raunchy on USUG, so I had to really dumb it down a bit, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
So you gave me a paperclip. Do you realize how difficult it is to talk about a paperclip?
The last guest I had on is a very well-established podcast, and I gave him a whisk. So.
Oh, see, yeah, but I'm a baker. I could do a lot with a whisk.
Yeah, right. Anyway, we better get out of here. We've been talking a long time. Yeah. Listeners, I would love to give No, you're good. I'd love to give you guys the opportunity to go to our website. I've updated it today. All the audio is available on there. And it's www.theshrewsburybiscuitpodcast.co.uk. And that's made for us by our friends at Web Orchard. Good friends of ours there. If you need a website, make sure you check them out. They are fantastic at what they do. If you do want to get involved with the biscuit, if you want us to, if you want to sponsor us, if you want us to make adverts for you, if you want to come on the show, if you have any suggestions for the direction you want us to go in, or anything like that, please go to the website. You can get in contact with us from there. So, Shane,
awesome.
You're my boy. Not as much as Stan Sedman, but you're still my boy. Dee, you're amazing. Thank you so much for today. She's frozen. Either that or she's. Have you frozen too, Shane? Okay. It looks like it's just me. Everyone's gone. Have I still got... Yeah, we're good. Okay, I'm going to end the show by myself. The rest of the two have gone.